Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball Recap for Tuesday, April the 28th. There were 7 games involving state teams played on Tuesday, including some interesting results. Up in Kerry Boshammer Stadium in Chapel Hill, Blake Barthol had 4 hits as number 9 Coastal Carolina rallied to blow past number 2 North Carolina by a score of 12-2. The Chanticleers trailed 2-1 entering the 6th inning, but they scored 2 runs in the 6th, 6 in the 7th, and 3 in the 9th to win going away. Rex Watson and Colby Thorndock added 3 hits apiece, and Watson, Ty Barango, and Jackson Weiner drove in 2 runs apiece for Coastal. Also, the Chanticleers got good relief pitching from Daniel Parker, Darren Horn, and Ryan Lynch. They combined for 5 shutout innings in that win. Again, North Carolina loses to Coastal Carolina 12-2 in a top 10 matchup. Down in Columbia, Christian Stratus had 3 hits and drove in 3 runs, and 5 pitchers combined on a 3-hit shutout as the Citadel beat South Carolina by a score of 4-0 to complete a series sweep against the Gamecocks this year. The win evened the Bulldogs' record at 22-22. Carolina fell to 22-24. Based on the research I did, it was the Citadel's first ever shutout of the Gamecocks in Columbia. They had shut them out 3 times in Charleston and once in Greenwood. And the Bulldogs also got their first series sweep of the Gamecocks since season sweep of the Gamecocks since 2009. One interesting thing: the last shutout before this year for the Bulldogs, 2011. Of course, that was the year Carolina won its 2nd straight national championship. But anyway, the Bulldogs again are 22-22. Carolina fell to 22-24. In addition to Stratus, Michael Gibson had 3 hits, an RBI, and he pitched the final 2 innings for his 6th save. He's really been one of the best 2A players in the state this year, if not the best. Really doing well. Good win for the Bulldogs. Travis Daneker pitched a complete game as Spartanburg Methodist beat Columbia International by a score of 9-1 in a first-round game of the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament up in Kingsport, Tennessee. The Pioneers improved to 26-22. CIU fell to 17-30. Brady Jeffcoat, Elijah Franz, and Jarian Pinckney had 3 hits apiece for the Pioneers. They will play at noon Thursday against either Milligan or Bryan. Columbia International plays Reinhardt in a elimination game at 9 o'clock on Wednesday. Elsewhere, down in Augusta, Brooks Morrow singled and homered to drive in 3 runs, and Anderson evened his record at 25-25 by beating Augusta by a score of 10-3, and that was the regular season finale for the Trojans, who did not qualify for the South Atlantic Conference tournament. Augusta fell to 18-30. Also for the Trojans, Joshua Legnard got a win. He went 6 innings, pitched 6 hits, 2 runs, and he struck out 3. Of course, he spent most of his undergraduate career at Bob Jones, where he was the best pitcher on the Bruins staff. Apparently, he'd had some injuries and all. He hadn't pitched a whole lot for Anderson, but he did get a win today. Elsewhere, 4 pitchers combined on a 3-hit shutout, and Gardner Webb handed Wofford his 4th straight loss. Tonight's score was a 6-0 decision over in Spartanburg. The Bulldogs improved to 21-24. Wofford fell to 30-15. For the Terriers, Logan Tribble had a double and a walk, but again they were shut out. Elsewhere, Bryson Trammell singled, doubled, homered, and drove in 5 runs as Georgia Southern run-ruled Charleston Southern by a score of 18-4 down in Statesboro. The Eagles improved to 13-31 with the win. CSU fell to 24-19 for Charleston Southern. Caden Wolfley had 3 walks, 2 stolen bases, and he scored 2 runs. And oddly, he did not have an at-bat. And in the final game involving a state team, Luis Gomez had 3 hits and drove in 4 runs to lead North Carolina A&T past Winthrop by a score of 9-3. Of course, the Aggies are coached by former Clemson player and assistant coach Ben Hall. A&T is now 12-31. Wingate fell to 28-17. For the Eagles, Gabe Natividad had a single, 2 hit bats. He was hit by a pitch twice, and he drove in 2 runs. Outside the state, in other games in the AAC, Montreat beat Pikeville 10-0 in 8 innings. Tennessee Wesleyan beat Truett McConnell 13-3 in 7 innings, and Bryan beat Reinhardt 9-1. Of course, that is the game, the tournament that Spartanburg Methodist and CIU are involved in. In the HBCU AC tournament down in Tuscaloosa, it was rained out. They'll try to play tomorrow. Talladega and Houston-Tillotson are going for the championship, and Houston-Tillotson must win twice to win that. And, of course, that's the league that Voorhees is in, but they've been eliminated. Outside the state involving ACC and SEC teams, number 3, Georgia Tech outlasted Kennesaw State by a score of 10-7. Number 20, Boston College edged UMass Lowell 7-6. The Eagles are coming in to play Clemson this weekend, by the way. Number 23, Virginia turned back George Mason 5-1 to bounce back from that series sweep against Pitt. Indiana topped Louisville 10-6. NC State pummeled East Carolina 12-2. That's always a big rivalry. Virginia Tech hammered James Madison 14-1. And Wake Forest edged Appalachian State 3-2. In the SEC, number 5, Georgia whipped Troy 11-1. Number 7, Texas A&M beat Tarleton State 9-7. Number 10, Mississippi State topped number 17, Ole Miss 7-3 in a game played at Pearl, Mississippi. It does not count in the SEC standings. Vanderbilt blanked Middle Tennessee 9-1. Tennessee shut out. I said blank, they just beat them anyway. Tennessee shut out West Georgia 13-0. LSU stopped Southeast Louisiana 12-4. Northwestern State at number 22, Arkansas. Texas Tech at number 15, Oklahoma. And Missouri at Southeastern Missouri were all canceled. And in a game that's still going on, Sam Houston and Texas are tied at 12-12 in the top of the ninth. Texas, of course, ranked number 4 in the country. The Bearcats, as I am speaking, just hit a 2-run home run to go up 14-12. So I will post the final score on that later on. How about the schedule for Wednesday in the state? Not a lot going on. Alice Lloyd and Bob Jones are playing a doubleheader at 2 o'clock at Conisty Park in Greenville. A College of Charleston at the Citadel game was canceled. Not sure exactly why, but they just felt his best. Both schools felt it was best, apparently. In the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament, Reinhardt plays Columbia International at 9. Milligan plays Bryan at noon. Pikeville plays Truett McConnell at 3 o'clock. Johnson, which is number 2 in the league, they play Montreat at 6. Johnson's coached by former Tennessee coach Dave Serrano. The Conference Carolinas tournament opens at Caramont Health Park in Gastonia. In the first game, number 8 Emmanuel faces number 9 King at 1 o'clock. And then number 7 Erskine goes against Southern Wesleyan, which is the 10th seed, at 5. Those are both single elimination games to get into the double elimination portion of the tournament beginning on Thursday. And then in the only other action associated or affiliated with the state school, as I mentioned, Talladega and Houston-Tillotson will try to play the championship game of the HBCU AC tournament down in Tuscaloosa. But for now, that's all we've got as far as scores and schedules. You can always keep up to date with what's going on in college baseball in the state of South Carolina at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. I provide in-game updates and notes and the like on my X handle, which is Palmetto Base. I'd love to hear from you. Comment on a post, send me a direct message on X, or just email me at RudyJones@PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Let me know if what I do is of any benefit to you. If you enjoy it, I'd just appreciate to hear it. Also, if you like this, click on the like on the video at the bottom of this on YouTube, and also the subscribe button to find out what I've got going on later on. But for now, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com saying good night, Jesus loves you.